Welcome to The Last Rites. Please subscribe. That'll be ever so lovely. Yeah, you. Happy Friday or whatever day you're watching this on. Well, this is a topic that I've been thinking about for about 12 years. Jeffrey Epstein. Weird stuff going on, right? Right? There's a lot of weird stuff going on in America right now about the global international trafficking network that was run by Mr. Jeffrey and Miss Ghislaine, allegedly, or were they working for LW or maybe a nation state? Who knows? But what is getting weird is that, and I'm not really a political guy, right? I don't really give a fuck who you vote for, right? But one of the major campaign issues for Trump and the MAGA lot was, we got to release these files, dude. We got to release the Jeffrey files, right? And they kind of get in and they do a bunch of stuff, and then they give a bunch of influencers a few months ago the Jeffrey files, phase 1, and they all have to stand there and poke. We got the binders, guys. We got the binders with almost nothing in there, almost nothing new. Now the MAGA people are being told by Trump, who are super loyal to him, obviously, don't. In fact, there's nothing really there. We had Kash, Patel and Bongino a couple months ago going, oh, yeah, he did it to himself. Yeah, maybe. That's a whole different thing. Maybe. And then now you're getting the kind of White House saying, not only don't there are no files or list that's really that important, and also none of this matters. Can we just move on, please? Can we just move on to the hurricane or the flood and how great we are? Don't worry about it now. Can we just move on? Who's that boring guy? Who's that boring guy that I was video with and best friends with for years? Now, many years ago, I had gone down a rabbit hole of this, and from what you're sort of finding out online, right? Is that, yeah, they were friends, but Trump wasn't really into the illegal stuff, and that was one reason why their friendship ended. Now, whatever. But last week, we get this letter, this birthday letter from Trump to Epstein with a weird little drawing on it. He's always said that he was a great guy. So many videos of them hanging around, looking at young girls or whatever. Young... but legal. But we know what Jeffrey and Ghislaine were up to now, because she's in prison. He was in prison and is now not, because of various reasons. But it's not just, oh, don't worry about it, move on. Now we're finding out that actually Bondi was told Trump in May his name is all over this thing. Now that doesn't mean that he is implicated in the actual really terrible stuff, but he's trying to distance himself from Epstein. And if his name is all over the files, for whatever reason it might be, it doesn't look good politically anyway. So they're obviously trying to distract, Obama this, Obama that. And even if, listen, I believe that every president and every prime minister is up to no good at some stage in their career, and maybe that Russiagate thing, who knows? Who knows how real that was? There is lots of that to go into. But bringing it up now at this point is a deflection. And you can see it because the MAGA people were super loyal to Trump every time. Now, every time the FBI director, the deputy director, the AG, Bondi, Patel, Bongino, whatever his name is, Bonjour, under every comment they tweet or Instagram, Epstein files, or where are the files? They're holding strong. I don't think they're ever going to release everything. We don't want to see weird videos, right? Because you kind of bringing victims into that as well. But if he has been told that his name's all over it, it's kind of embarrassing anyway. And now it's an obvious attempt to just go, oh, don't worry about that thing one of the major things we've been talking about for years. Don't worry about that now. But you've got all these people that are rightly riled up about it. And again, it's not even a political thing, whatever you think of the Trump loyalists and whatever. They're rightly riled up about it. because you've been promising them this one of the few things, this, and this, right? Border, economy, Epstein files, basically. And now to just go, oh, look over there. Don't worry about it. Just look at what's that over there. Look, there's something that happened 10 years ago. Yeah. I mean, the Epstein stuff was a few years ago, but it's been this ongoing thing for really sort of 16 years. And a lot of people weren't aware of it until sort of 6 years ago when the guy gets arrested. And everyone's saying, yeah, the Clintons and listen. I would think that a lot of people from both sides of the political aisle have been involved in this. Epstein was also funding scientists, and everyone in the social circles in New York knew him and Ghislaine, and in London as well, and probably other countries. Prince Andrew, the royal family, of course. But we probably, I mean, if you're trafficking people, who are you trafficking them to, and why? And why are you flying them to this island? Right. Now, not everyone that went to the island was probably up to the real bad stuff. There's probably little onion layers of it. But many powerful people on both sides of political aisles and globally, royal family, all the rest of it, perhaps some British politicians, who knows, were involved in this. And whether or not it was a blackmail op from an intel agency somewhere to get hold over someone for them to do something politically, particularly internationally, geopolitically, maybe. But that's a whole other thing. The main thing here is that everyone, including the FBI director, the deputy director, the AG, Pam Bondi, Kash, Patel, Bongino, and all of these people have just been saying, yeah, we're going to do this. And to now go, nah, now we're not. And the reporting is that Bondi actually told Trump, hey, your name's all over this thing. I think even the loyalists at this point are saying, yeah, why can't we talk about this? Why can't we have some more information? About that fantasy island that Scaramanga with his 3 nipples is running somewhere in the Pacific. I said specific, okay? It's been a long day, I'm sweating. And it wouldn't surprise me if he had a little person. Can you call them little people? It wouldn't surprise me if he had a little person helping to run the island, making cocktails, Plus they can't... Young girls wouldn't look as young to a midget, would they? They'll be like, she's massive, mate. She's got to be legal. She's got to be legal consent. That's a little fun buckets above my head. She's got to be of legal consent. Surely, guys, you wouldn't be doing this with your eyes wide shut party on this desert island and in this New York mansion and Palm Beach, and also a ranch in New Mexico that never gets mentioned. Very strange. All sorts of strange goings on. This channel used to be called Refreshingly Non-Epstein. I don't bring it up enough. I think we're gonna talk about this more. We're gonna do a live stream with Dykes. I think if I can get Jamie Dykes, that is, not lesbians. If I can get hold of him. But what are we thinking? Are you a Trump person? Are you not? I don't think it matters. I don't think that matters. I think the important thing is get all the documentation out you can. And why is now I'm not sure about the title, Deputy Attorney General or something. Why are they meeting with Ghislaine Maxwell right now? To get her to say what? That Trump wasn't involved in that stuff? In exchange for a few years off, maybe. Who knows? We'll see where that goes. I mean, I'm surprised she's still alive, to be honest. I say go out in a blaze of glory. Write it down. Get some memoirs out there to a journalist and give all the names up. Just give them up. Glenn Greenwald it, Edward Snowden it. Just give all the names up. And then when you get thrown out of a window, and the video camera of an officer station that's not even on the right corridor for Epstein's cell, when there are cameras inside the cell, outside the cell, and here, and that's been spliced, that would happily, as someone would need to walk past that and back if he didn't, himself. I don't know. It's all weird. It's all very weird. I was supposed to crack open a beer while I was doing this. But what's going on, guys? What is going on? Please subscribe. We're going to talk about this subject quite a lot now, I think. I'm just going to go into it a little bit. There's a lot going on. Yeah, weird letters. They were definitely friends. They were definitely hanging around with each other whilst all this was going on. The best of friends in a very powerful sort of social circle. Who knows? Either way, there is politically embarrassing stuff in there about old DJT. And they are definitely from the top deflecting. I mean, people like Patel and Bongino, Bondi, they've been talking about this before they got in office. They want it out, right? But now they're kind of caught in this political career, and they're kind of like, time to give up the morals, because it always happens in political careers. Not normally this big, though. Not normally that involves children being taken to an island to be systematically, by elites and powerful people. Unbelievable. It can turn us all into a little Alex Jones, right? But I don't know, guys. Let us know what you think. I'm going to go and get a beer on. Give us a subscribe, and we'll do some deep dives, I think, around this topic again, and some live streams as well. Get some people involved, and if you're particularly knowledgeable about the subject, give us a shout, and you can jump on if you like as well. Just don't be too weird, I'm weird. Have a couple of drinks at the Last Rites bar and talk about it. All right, guys. Take care. Please subscribe, and we'll see you later at the Last Rites. A little salute for you there. Weird little intel op from a desert island. Quick, I'm being shot. I don't even know what that was at the end. I just went a bit weird. I think I'm just overheating here. I'm overheating. Maybe they've put a pager in my my microphone. One of those little Hezbollah ones. Anyway, very weird situation. This is tapered off, but you know what I'm talking about. It's weird. They're covering something up. Stick to your guns. Don't let the story die. That's what it's about. We'll close Congress. We'll put this bill away. We'll try and push the story aside. We'll deflect here and there. Do not let it die. In 3 weeks, in 4 weeks, in 6 weeks, in 8 weeks, there's going to be more coming out. Do not let it go. Everything they post underneath, release the files, dude. Call your congressman. Release the files. Do whatever you need to do. Not my business what you're doing in America, but it kind of affects everyone, I think, if there's an international cabal of this nonsense going on. All right, working myself up. Let's have a beer. I'll see you later. Bye.